Clutching on my stick.
Alrighty, so we are looking for longs today. Um, Most likely, I'm gonna say this again. I said it I said it yesterday too. Most likely not gonna take a trade today. We won yesterday, as you saw. That was a good win. Um, Today we are unclear on the high time frame. We do have conflicting information on Nasdaq. Wednesday's candle traded lower, took out this Tuesday low, and then closed below this Tuesday low. So that's giving us this Tuesday low, which we already took out. But on ES, you see that same candle came down, took out Tuesday low, and then closed above. So that's giving us Tuesday high. And then once we scale down to the 1 hour, you see overnight, this was yesterday morning, we dumped. Overnight, we consolidated. And then at 7, for some reason, I don't really understand why yet, but at 7, we started manipulating this Tuesday low. So we already took that out. Um, we just took out that pre-market low of that 7 a.m. low, took out the 8 a.m. low as well. We did form a fair value gap here, but I'm sort of going to be looking for that to get violated. Just with where it is in the range, it's not like if we do this range, it's not in premium. If we even move it like down to where we currently are, we're not even in premium. If we do this tiny little range, some of it's in premium, but we got to think on higher time frame. Higher time frame is way up here within this range, which comes out to that Tuesday high. So that's where we're gonna be looking. This is gonna be our draw. I don't know if we'll get all the way up there. If we can see a strong move up there, I think we'll hit it. But really, I'm gonna be targeting these two session lows that are stacked on top of one another. To me, this is just a very, very clean 1 hour AMD setup or power of three, whatever you want to call it. So you got your accumulation overnight, pre-market manipulation, and then we'd be looking for distribution to the upside. That's what I'm looking for. Also, we got an SMT in here. It did end up getting violated with this recent trade lower, but this just shows us which index is stronger and which one is weaker. ES is going to be our weaker index. NASDAQ is going to be our stronger index. So if we go long, we long NASDAQ. Essentially, is what that's telling us. But we will see if we can get a setup. We got news coming out at 10. That's why that is there. We did have news at 8:30 unemployment claims, but not too much volatility came with that. So, I mean, it did basically give us this 8 a.m. low, but we already took that out, took out the high as well. So right now we're just waiting for these job openings to come out at 10, and we'll see if we can get a setup though. I'd be looking for us to break 5-minute structure to the upside and then retrace slightly lower into a 5-minute PD array. If we break structure from here, excuse me, depending on how volatile it is, we could potentially use this candle as an order block. It's also within this candle here, which would also be an order block. So we're just waiting. We're gonna see what we can do. Crypto fucking sold everything the other day. I do plan on getting back into it, but I wanted to cut my losses. Um yeah. So average cost of 114 and I took out like a 50% loss. So that's why we don't trade things that we don't know about. Same thing on this. I mean, that's just been shit in the past couple days. Solana, same thing. Damn near 50% loss. XRP, a little bit better, but still pretty bad. So yeah, I will get back into those. I might start buying a little bit of Solana, just because I mean $90 is pretty cheap for that. Same with XRP. XRP is really starting to balance this range out. Might stop around this $1 range, but I'll start getting that stuff back into the portfolio whenever we start showing some signs of life. So we will see on that. I'm not really too worried about crypto. Do like that. That was pretty nice. Also, I got this little camera, this little guy. So I'm gonna be vlogging. Not today, but soon you guys will be seeing more vlogs. The issue right now, I don't know if you guys, yeah, you can see it. But this little lens is cracked. So I gotta get a new lens, and then I'm gonna be getting a new microphone as well. I don't think I'm gonna get like a wireless mic for this, just because there's not too many that are compatible with this. But I will be getting a desk mic, so it'll help out with these videos a lot. That's for sure. So yeah, that's basically it. We do have a lot of room to work with, so we're in no rush today. We're gonna see what we can do. There's a lot of unbalanced price ranges above us. Monday's back here. This is all unbalanced here. This was unbalanced, then we balanced it, left an unbalanced price range. This is sort of balanced, but we could still trade up into that, help that out. This is definitely unbalanced. So see if we can't retrace higher into those. High time frames looking good for longs, short time frames looking good for longs. We close above this high, that'll be step one. NASDAQ is definitely the stronger index. Hopefully we can close up here. Hopefully. Some good manipulation right there. Come down, sweep out all these retail traders that were long. Yeah, this is starting to get into our distribution. So we had high time frame AMD, so accumulation, the manipulation. Now we're starting to get distribution. But also on the 5 minute, right before market opens, you got another AMD. So accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So everything's really looking good for longs today. I would want to see a retracement after this candle closes. That's a good closure right there. Even better, we can leave a fair value gap there. You do have to watch out for this SMT that's looking like it's wants to form. So that'll be something definitely I gotta look out for. This we're starting to get a setup to form on the edge. I think I'd want to wait for this 5 minute candle to close. I don't know. It would just give me a little bit more confidence that this was the retrace. This is just beautiful though. I'd really want this candle to close bearish. This 5 minute candle closes bearish, so it would be pretty good. Got like 20 seconds to turn this thing around. Are we gonna do it? No. No, we are not. We closed bullish, but we left that fair value gap. So I think that's a plus. Gonna be waiting for that fair value gap to get retested. Mm-mm-mm. We are about to get into the macro here soon, so we should be seeing an entry if there's going to be one. Ugh. Mhm. We're respecting bullish fair value gaps, which is good. 1 minute fair value gap tested, respected. 1 minute fair value gap tested, respected. Bearish fair value gap disrespected, retested, respected. Tested, respected, tested, respected. Look like we're bouncing off of this one right now. Respecting that. You did violate this one though. I still want to see a retrace on this 5 minute. We are moving in the right direction though. That possibly was the entry. I could chase this and enter long, but I don't think I want to. Yeah, definitely not now. I'm gonna be patient. We're gonna wait for our setup. If it moves without us, it moves without us. I'm gonna take a piss real quick. I'll be right back. Right back. Boom, 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 boom. Boo, 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 boo. So ES, if we break on 1 minute structure, we can enter. But ideally, we wouldn't. We wouldn't enter on ES. We'd enter on the stack here. Ideally, ideally. There we are retesting that gap. It's okay if the 1 minute paints a little bit outside. Ideally, we wouldn't really paint below this. But if we like wick down in here, we should be fine. As long as we don't violate this gap on the 5 minute. If we violate this gap on the 5 minute, then we might be cooked. But if it's just on the 1 minute, we should be good. And those candle closures is what matters. Thinking if we violate this gap pretty convincingly, I'll enter longs. Here we are into that 1 minute gap. We'll see if we can violate this little bearish fair value gap. That's fine as long as we close a bullish. Gotta get back up into here. It's not looking like we want to. So we violated the 5 minute gap. 5 minute gap got violated. But I think we should be good. If we can still violate this gap, we're keeping this 1 minute gap. Then we might be good. If we violate this 1 minute gap, then we're probably safe to say we're cooked. Let's see where we close. Yeah. So I think we're done with this idea. What would we need in order to enter now? So we are testing that bearish fair value gap. Are we going to respect it? It's the question of the day. can't wait to get this thing fixed. This thing's sick. So we're slowing down, which is good. I got my cursor held on the rejection block, but that's kind of just pulling shit out of my ass. That's what I'm looking at for everybody who doesn't know what a rejection block is. thinking if we get a big explosive move down, I'm just gonna turn this off. I think tomorrow we got a bunch. Yeah, sure. Probably won't be trading, but we'll see. If the bias is clear, then I might watch it. But if the bias is unclear, I'm not watching anything. It's a pretty good reaction there. And if we don't reverse this in the next 2.5 minutes, we're gonna be shutting this thing down. I think I am gonna set an alert here though, just in case price retraces while I'm at work. I'll get an alert, hop back on the charts. I'll be looking for these levels to get hit, but we'll see. Honestly, if we can take a long here, I'll take profit well before then. So that's 200 points right there. Market's been moving volatile as hell. Just in these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, we've moved lower 350, 360 points. Like, that's ridiculous. And you see what we've been doing all week. Like, that's insane. Yep, I think it's gonna be nothing for me today. But these targets just look too fucking good not to hit. But we'll see. The entry was definitely off this fair value gap. 10,000%. And there's the itty bitty one. Shit, if we would have entered off of this, would have been like right here that we're getting in. But I'm fine with that. I'm looking for longs right here, anyways. But that was money if you took that. Take profit down here. That's money. But anyways, I'm gonna get ready and get going. So you know what I'm looking for. We'll see if we can catch anything. Alrighty. See you later.